Hey everybody, it's Tony Contaspati from GreatVocalMajority.com, and today I want to talk a little bit about Maxine Waters. You know, Congresswoman Maxine Waters is a congresswoman from California. She represents the 43rd Congressional District in California, where she has been a mainstay for almost 30 years. She's been there for, I believe, 28 years. And so over more than a dozen election cycles, Waters has had pretty much every opportunity you could ever expect to have to help the citizens of her district. However, Congresswoman Waters doesn't really live in her district. She lives in a multi-million-dollar mansion that lies outside of her congressional district. It's a home that was purchased by her husband, who is a former NFL football player. But the constituents she represents live quite a bit differently than Maxine Waters. And I'd like you to see just exactly what the conditions look like inside the 43rd Congressional District of Maxine Waters, where there are dozens of homeless sleeping on the streets, people living on the streets. And it hasn't been much different than this for the past 28 years, although it's probably worse now than it's ever been. 28 years is a long time. It's actually long enough for a single mother to become a grandmother. But Waters has really done nothing for her constituents that is immediately obvious. Waters has done well enough for herself, though, and I think this picture pretty much tells you all you need to know. Dozens, perhaps even hundreds of people living on the streets. American citizens. What has Waters done about it? These are people who are most likely unskilled and uneducated, exactly the kind of people who are losing their jobs to the flood of illegal immigrants into Southern California and Maxine Waters' own district. So while she lives a life of luxury and privilege, her acceptance and even promotion of illegal immigration has done nothing to improve the outlook for these homeless Americans. Congresswoman Waters is a shameful disgrace. She's a politician who profits ensuring the permanence of poverty. Because Maxine Waters and others like her have discovered great wealth, influence, and a career can be acquired through the promise of relief and the perpetuation of the poverty that catapulted these vile opportunists into power. Solving these issues in her district would put her out of a job. She'd much rather pick at the scabs of historical injustices, never allowing these wounds to heal, because that would stop the gravy train for self-dealing lowlifes like Maxine Waters. She is indeed a poverty pimp. A long time ago, a great man once said, "There is a class of black people who make a business of keeping the troubles, the wrongs, and the hardships of the black race before the public. Having learned that they are able to make a living out of their troubles, they have grown into the settled habit of advertising their wrongs, partly because they want sympathy and partly because it pays. Some of these people do not want blacks to lose their grievances because they do not want to lose their jobs." The man who said that was Booker T. Washington. That's it for me. I'm Tony Contaspati from Great Vocal Majority. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I hope to speak to you soon. Thanks.